Hey, what's up? It's your boy Paul Brentley. We're gonna get into the Housewives of Beverly Hills, season 12, episode 11. It starts off with Dorit calling Lisa. When she called Lisa, Lisa was actually she thought Lisa was actually, you know, using a toy. But Lisa was lasering off her facial hair off her face. And Dorit was like, I can call you back. She like, no, no, no. So, so Lisa, Garcelle, and Erika both came down with COVID. So they won't be able to go to Cal's luncheon for children's hospital charity that Cal's doing at her house. So, yeah. She ended up talking to Lisa, and Lisa said, so have fun. Tell me about the gossip. She went, okay, girl, I'll tell you about it later. Bye. So they moved on from there to Kyle. Kyle at her house getting set up and everything. Then Jamie Lee Curtis showed up. Her and Jamie Lee Curtis she did the luncheon for Jamie Lee Curtis. But Jamie Lee Curtis has her own foundation and everything, own company and own foundation, where she works with Children's Hospital in Los Angeles and stuff. Um, so she threw this luncheon in honor of her and everything. And so they were setting up sitting bags and stuff and the sitting arrangements for where she wanted the people to sit. And she sat Sutton next to Diana. Like, oh, you already know the situation. You already know what went down. But you gonna go ahead and do that. You did that on purpose. Because you already knew. You really don't care for Sutton. And you call yourself a friend to Sutton. Yeah. So moving on. So all the ladies end up showing up at the event. Everybody end up, talking to Jamie and stuff and good things, everything, chit chatting and all that stuff. So they all go to eat, sit down and eat. As they sit, before they sit down and eat, Sutton went to see where she had to sit, and Sutton went, Kyle, girl, and Kyle went, she was in her confession. I knew she was gonna complain about this. She always getting into it with somebody, but it's like, girl, shut up. But we gonna move on from that. So she ended up switching her. She ended up putting her next to Sharif and moving Diana next to her. So as they sitting down, Sharif asked Sutton, like, do you got some eyelash glue? Cause one of her eyelash wasn't sticking on. So Sutton said, yes, I do. So Sutton tried to help her put the eyelash on. Sutton said, I'm going to put it on the eyelash. And when she tried to put it on the eyelash glue came out in a glop. So it came out in a glop. So Jamie Lee had to get up and help. So it was emergency. So Jamie Lee ended up moving Sutton out the way and said it ended up helping. And Jamie Lee went, thank Jamie. Ain't Jamie. And Sutton went, you ain't gonna thank me for helping? No, when you didn't help. Our day is such a mess. So, down at the end of the table, you got Dorit quietly asking Diana, how did it go? How did it go with the luncheon with Sutton? And Diana, like, it was terrible. It was terrible. I just felt uncomfortable and everything. It didn't go right. Just the sight of her, it irritates me. My space and everything. You got the real. I'm like, Diana, shut up. It's like, girl, you didn't get the reaction that you wanted. You wanted Sutton to cry and beg and plead, and Sutton wasn't on it. Sutton didn't even talk to you while you was even there. Excuse me. While you was even there to begin with. So, as the luncheon continued, Derek like told Jamie Lee, hey, I'm so happy to be here with you and everything, cause she's a big fan of Jamie Lee Curtis. You know, a lot of people are. I am too. Shoot, you know. So Jamie Lee Curtis said, as we all enjoyed this lunch and everything, she started showing what she had in the gift bags for everybody. And you know, Derek being Derek, she was just being Derek. She was being over dramatic and everything else, but that's Derek. But she was actually being Derek. That was Derek being honestly Derek. Over dramatic, over everything. Oh my God, that is so gorgeous. That is so chic. Oh my God, that was so chic. Oh my God, oh my God. Oh, Jamie, that is so chic. Oh, that wind shine. Oh, so chic, girl, so chic. Oh my God. Jamie Lee went, oh, thank you, darling. And you got bullshitted ass Kyle looking like at Derek like she done got to overdo it. It's like, girl, you do it every time Jamie Lee come in the room. Even though you know Jamie Lee the Halloween um since the Halloween first movie, it's like you think you know something. It's like you do it every time that woman come in the room. Every time she come around you, you do the same thing Derek do. Excuse me. So what's the difference? It's like, but that's Derek actually being Derek. Derek was being her honestly true self. Derek, oh, this is so gorgeous. Oh, so chic, so chic, so chic. Oh my God, this is so chic. Everything she showed, she loved it. Oh. And so she ended all that. Everybody ended up. The dinner was over and everything. Jamie Lee. Oh, after the dinner, before it was over, this when Kyle announced that she was giving 25K to the children's hospital and to Jamie Lee's foundation. And Diana said she was gonna match it. So Kyle was like, shoot, I wish I would have known. I would have upped the ante, you know, and stuff. So, excuse me. After that, we move on to Jamie Lee. Actually ended up, you know, I'm gonna go. She ended up leaving everything. So we move on to the ladies, and I'm going to two separate places. We got Sharif, Sutton, and Dorit in one area, and we got Kyle, Diana, and Crystal at the bar. But we're gonna start with Sutton, Dorit, and Sharif. They at the fireplace sitting area, and so they sitting there, and Sharif, they talking about the Diana and Sutton luncheon, and Sharif asked like, so what's been going on? Why you always into stuff? And Sutton was like, you know, the luncheon, you know, it just didn't go right, you know. And she went, you know, it just didn't. And if you feel like Sutton was like, you know, it was Sutton went, it didn't go right. If it don't feel right, she went, if so Sharif was like, if you come at me when I'm having a down, I'm at my lowest, and you uh, come at me at my lowest, and I feel a certain way. She ain't so how I supposed certain like how I supposed to feel how I supposed to feel if you come at me and I'm trying to connect with you and I'm telling you and you mocking me and belittling me about what about my miscarriage and something. I'm trying to connect with you, and Derek went, but you did mock her and everything about her. And I'm like, girl, shut up. Like, but you didn't. You did mock her when you told her about her bed. She went on bed rest, and while she was there, she wasn't. Because if you on bed rest, you wouldn't be going nowhere. You wouldn't have went on a trip to Mexico. You definitely wouldn't have showed up to Garcelle party if you was on bed rest. if the doctor said bed rest, that means stay your ass in bed and do not. If you ain't got to go to the bathroom, don't get your ass out of bed. That don't mean get up, get dressed, and go to a party. But she did it anyway because she didn't care. So it's like I don't believe nothing come out of her mouth. So and Derek, like in her confession, she like this what Sutton do. Sutton don't own up to nothing that she do and stuff. She don't take ownership of what she had contributed to. She always putting herself into stuff. I'm like, bitch, shut up, lying, because that would be Kyle. That'll be Kyle. That'll be Kyle, you, and Lisa. That put yourself in everything and always make yourself out to be this, that, and the third to make it about y'all. Sutton didn't make it about her. Sutton was trying to connect with this woman. And this woman not showed. She haven't gave us nothing since she came on the show. Like, we got to pick and pride to get something out of her. So, they talked about that and stuff. And then we go to the bar, and these ladies in there, they did a little chit-chat about that stuff. But then they really talked about Crystal. Because Kyle was asking Crystal about, what she posted on her social media and stuff. Because Crystal was going to post a picture, because it's the holidays and stuff of her family, but she posted a Instagram post of how she was feeling about dealing with anorexic and stuff and all that. And Cal was asking her certain questions, and stuff. So Cal, this is a prime example. Cal said, because I know how you feel, because I actually went through this too, because I was anorexic. I've been anorexic since I was, since being in Hollywood as a child actress, and I used to, do all the stuff that she did. So I get where you coming from and stuff. And I'm like, yeah. So they end up getting drinks and going to other room, and they all end up talking. And Kyle end up asking, like, so what did y'all talk about while we was in there? And so they told them and whatever. And they end up talking about, so Sutton, we're just not. Sutton said we're just not. Me and Diana are just not on the right page. We may never be on the right page. She went, I apologize if I offended you in any type of way, but that's it. And this one, Diana went, yeah, and Diana went into lying. This whole lie to the group and said that the miscarriage and stuff just happened, a few weeks ago. Girl, no, I didn't. No, I didn't. 12 weeks. 12 weeks. 12 weeks, girl. This miscarriage happened. You said the miscarriage happened. You actually said the miscarriage happened right after your daughter was born. And your daughter turned 1? Yeah. So, let's be real. She was lying then, and Kyle, majority of them believing the bullshit. So yeah, they moved on from there. So we move on from there. We move on to Erika talking about her she talking to Lisa on the phone and everything about Lisa, the holidays and stuff like that. Her spending time with her family and whatever. Excuse me. And then we move on to they talked about the article. There was an article in some magazine or some paper or whatever about Erika, and it was about what's been going on with her, and it was just a she said it was a real thing of everything that's all in one, and saying that she was a ambitious and something else. And Erika said, "What? How I was supposed to be something other than that? I was supposed to be a." I'm like, "Yeah." Excuse me. Yeah. So I'm like, "Okay, Erika, whatever." So moving on from that, we end up seeing Sutton go out on a date with I want to say his name, Sanji. Yeah, she ended up going out on a date. The guy that she met on Bumble. I hope I got it right. She go on a date with him. Uh, they went to some type of restaurant, and she said she liked the Indian food, but she don't like Indian food if it's spicy. So yeah, and I get what she was saying, but you at a restaurant, they can make it not spicy, so I get it. The date ended up going well. She ended up telling him about because she had something was wrong with her ankles or something. Yeah, but they do have a lot of things in common. It went good. They got sports in common and other things. The date went good and everything. Excuse me. So moving on from there, we move on to okay. We move on to Diana and her party and whatever. We just gonna get on to the thing. I said so. The party night, everything going good. Everybody showing up. Excuse me. So everybody shows up, and I want to say Kathy. When Kathy show up and everything, except one person. Sutton didn't show up because Sutton came down with COVID, so she didn't show up. But Kathy ended up showing up and everything, ended up hugging the host, giving a gift and stuff like that. She ended up talking to oops, go back. All right, we're gonna go back. It was another part that I forgot to put in here. It was actually before that. Dang. Just gonna go how it is. Kyle goes over to Kathy's house. She goes to Kathy's house to have lunch with Kathy. So they end up doing a baked potato, sour cream, and caviar. Yeah. Kyle was asking, "Is this the main meal?" And Kathy White, no, this is not the main meal. It's not. But Kathy piled on so much caviar, it didn't make sense. And they were talking about, Kathy was talking about that she can't, as in Kyle, like, I be calling you and you don't call me back. And Kyle was like, Kyle asked like, Kyle was like, I call you and you don't, my phone calls don't go through. And she showed her phone and showed her how many times she had called her. And Kathy like, I don't even know where my phone at. She went, I lost my phone. I don't know where my phone at. She had one of her, she had her house manager go look for her phone for her. Because she don't know where her phone at. I'm like, she probably got you blocked. And stuff. So, they just did a little chit chat. And that's all. So moving on to Diana's party, Christmas party and stuff. And everybody shows up except Sutton. Because Sutton got COVID. And everybody's greeting, having fun, chit-chatting and everything. Kathy shows up. Kathy greets Diana and stuff like that. They know each other and everything. Um, she greets Garcelle, And she was like, "Girl, I was gonna wear this some type this same. I was gonna wear the same outfit you got on." And Garcia went, we ain't about Garcia went, "Yeah, really." Yeah, girl, straight. Yeah, Catherine, I was, girl. I was gonna wear the same thing you got on. And we was gonna be the same. Garcia went, "Yeah, yeah, girl. Come on, girl, come on. We gonna have fun. Come on." I was, girl. I'm gonna wear the same thing. We gonna I went them to a mess. So, moving on from there, she go to Greek. She go to introduce herself to um Diana's kids and stuff, and she introduced herself to Damon Dash's daughter. She shook Damon Dash's daughter's hand, and she fist pumped Diana's son. She knows Diana's son. He's friends with Paris and stuff. Yeah. Moving on from there, she went on to hug the other ladies and stuff, and chit chat with them. We get to we get to we get to Garcelle, Crystal, and uh Erika. That's where the stuff get really good. So they chit chatting and whatever. Garcelle said, tells Crystal, uh, you looking skinny and stuff. And Crystal was like, yeah, not really. I don't. Garcelle might take the compliment. She might thank you. I'm like, yeah, take the compliment. It's like that's the problem. It's like you look skinny, girl, skinny. Take it. That's what you want, and that's what you want. But it's like, okay, I don't got time for Crystal. I said, I don't know about Crystal. I think Crystal. I don't know about that whole thing. I think she better be lying, to be honest. Because if you feel that way, and you also about your image and how you feel, how you look, I said, and you dress the way you dress for this Christmas party, you can't be. Because you wouldn't dress that way if you say you're cautious about the way you dress. Also, with being anorexic. So I'm a little confused with that. And that dress that she had on, it's like, yeah, girl, you're confusing. Because this ain't making sense. Because when a person gives you a compliment, then you like, I don't know. No. No, girl, stop playing. Because you playing this bullshitted ass games that ain't working over here. But we gonna move on. So, Erika started asking her, so what is it? So, Sven, do you, like, what's the issue and stuff? Is it the eating? You eat a lot and then you go into, what, throwing up? Or what? Yeah. So, yeah, I do that and stuff. So, is it more of a, so, do you do the more of the throwing up? That's the big, like, you eat so much and then you just go home and just throw up? And you do the throw up? Saying, yeah, that's it. Saying, well, I'm going to be stupid and ignorant right now. Because I am. I'm just going to do it. Why don't you just use, Shwayne, why don't you just use laxative? And Garcia went, what? Garcia went, in her confession, how are you going to tell a person who's dealing with anorexic to use a laxative? Like she said. I said, to me, she was telling her, plain and simple, that I'm bulimic. That's really what she was saying. Erika was telling her, I'm bulimic, and I use laxative instead of throwing up, because I ain't going that route. I'm going to go the other route. And so she was telling her, it's, you know, instead of doing that, do the other way. And Crystal was kind of like, huh, okay. And she said, like, it's just a little bit more easier. Erika was just going into it and stuff. And Erika was like, I do that. I eat so much. And at the end of the night, when I go home, you know, I do the laxative. And do it that way. Because, that's what I do, you know, and stuff. And so a waiter came up to them with some chicken tenders. And Erika got her chicken tender. And she said to Crystal don't need one. Crystal can't get no chicken tender. I'm like, bitch. Erika, girl. She can't get no chicken tender, girl. Said she can't get no chicken tender. A chicken tender, bitch. Erika is my best. Said she can't get no chicken tender. Cause girl, you gotta go home and throw it up. You messing up that throat. Girl, that throat. You messing up that throat with that. It's like, girl, you messing up that throat. You think my voice sound worse? It's like, I've been sick. So, yeah. I've been sick, so it's like, girl, whew, your throat gonna sound worse than mine. With that throwing up. I said, Erika saved your life that night. She saved your life, girl. Saved it good. But, everybody heard it. And Erika walking away, drunk as a skunk, with that piece of chicken strip. And Crystal looking like, huh? Sad and defeated like a puppy. I went, bitch. Girl, you been doing so much shit this season, and it's like, So everybody looked like, oh, I can't believe it. So that's where it went off at. That's all that happened on this episode. Like, subscribe, comment, and share on all social medias. It's your boy Paul Brantley. Thank y'all for tuning in. And I'll get back at y'all later. Bye.